Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It's time for Cooking with Sue.
And Doc too. And I don't have my Santa hat on. I wanted a Santa hat. And I couldn't find one that fit. Maybe my head's too big. I guess they got little-headed Santas.
Yes, I've noticed them around the store, so I think that they are definitely too small.
Yeah, they got them for the little kids, you know, and you put it on and it looks like a beanie. I like nut things. Okay.
Well, that's what we're going to have today.
What are we going to have?
Well, we're not going to do the traditional cookie recipe because everybody's got cookies. And so what we're going to be doing is something that has nuts in it. We're going to call them the Nutty Diamonds.
Well, like on Evening Shade, the Doc would say to Wood Newton, "Are you nuts?"
Yes.
Okay, let's show them what they need, honey.
Okay, well, let's show you what the ingredients are. What you'll be needing for the Nutty Diamonds is some white sugar, some brown sugar. They say heavy cream, so I'm going to select whipping cream. Need a little bit of honey. We're going to be needing some unsalted butter, definitely nuts, a little bit of flour, and you'll be needing some aluminum foil. So let's get started. Now it's time to prepare everything. What we need to do is this calls for a 9x9 pan. And what we need to do is grease it first. So just, why don't you shake that and spray lightly, because I'm going to put aluminum foil in this pan. Okay.
I did a neat job, ladies and gentlemen.
Now take this softened butter margarine and just make sure that the sides and the bottom are lightly done with that.
Okay. Just hang tough here. Stands there with her hands. Oh, I want to do. He's not going to do it right. Oh. I'm doing it the way I want to do it.
Make sure you come up a little
I
bit
think
on the
that's
sides,
what.
too.
Hey, I haven't. Let me wait. Jeez, a man, woman. I'll get to the sides. I got to finish the bottoms first. Does your wife do this, guys?
Well, no, because they're not rarely in the kitchen cooking.
Oh, come on now. I know.
How many out there are you husbands and wives cooking together, huh?
Yeah,
Can we see
come
a
on.
show of hands? Well, I don't see too many out there, dear.
Yeah, they're out there.
Well, I'm going to set the oven at 350 degrees.
See, another 350 degrees. I say that you just oven should just automatically be set at 350 and forget it. Okay.
There are times.
All right. What else?
Recipes that need to be done that way. Okay, we can set that aside because that's what our crust will go in. And what I'll have you do is measure out 1 cup of unsifted all-purpose flour.
I hope Sharon Josephson's watching this, because I'm going to do it just like she did. Now watch, I just loved how she did it. She cut down like this and shake it over, and then you got to go like this and shake it over.
Oh, you don't shake that.
Well, I mean, you got to wiggle the knife. You got to wiggle the knife. I think that's part of it. Where does that go? 1 cup of unsifted flour. What am I supposed to do with
Put
it?
that in this bowl.
Should I put a little on my face?
Yeah,
And
you
then
might as well.
Okay, what else?
Cut this. Now we're going to need a half a cup of unsalted butter, and what I'm going to be needing for this part of the recipe is a 1/4 cup. So just cut that in half for me, because the other part.
Are you watching?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that good enough? Do I unwrap it now?
Yes.
Or do I leave it in the wrap?
No.
Do you melt it?
Cut it up a little bit for me so that I can add that to the flour.
Yes, dear. Okay, there you are.
And then I'll need, add that there. And then if you'll take a half a cup of
Sugar? Is this a half cup? Did you measure it?
I measured a half a cup, unless you want to remeasure it again.
Well, you never know. Is this a half cup?
Nope, that's a cup.
I'm going to do it. Well, I don't know. It's pretty weak here. Put that in. Okay. Well, anything else got to go in there?
No, this is it. This is going to
Okay, we're going to take a break then, aren't we? Well, you're mixing that. You go ahead and mix it. We're going to take a break. And guess what? The Diamond Nut Bars will progress after we hear from these wonderful sponsors that help make Cooking with Sue and Doc 2 possible.
It takes attention to detail. With your local Bryant dealer, you're getting more than just a technician. You're getting someone who pays attention to your needs and the little things that make a big difference. It takes a dealer you can rely on. And to keep your family cool this summer,
let me show you how this works.
It takes Bryant.
Bryant. Whatever it takes.
Hanson's Plumbing and Heating, the most trusted name in plumbing and heating, serving the entire Lakes area.
Well, here we are. Here we are. Well, yeah, I think it is. It must be homemade. It's got lumps in it. Oh, I love that gravy ad. That guy when he says it's like homemade. No, there's no lumps in it, and then he goes, oh. His wife gives him the dirty look. Okay, we put it in a 9x9 lined pan with aluminum foil. And then we took some margarine or butter and we put it around and made it nice. Now I'm going to put it in here.
Place it in there.
And I'll pat it down. Get it in there. Okay, now what's in this mixture again? That we
flour, sugar, and unsalted butter.
How much flour?
Well, it's a cup of flour and a half a cup of sugar and a quarter cup of unsalted butter.
Right.
And once you place that in your pan, your foiled pan, 9x9 foiled pan, put it in and pat it down because this will be the crust of the Nutty Diamonds. And then we're going to place this in the 350-degree oven, and it is going to bake for 10 minutes.
Okay. Now what you need is a half cup of brown sugar.
Yes.
All right. Boom.
And I will need the other quarter cup of unsalted butter that the recipe calls for.
Okay.
And I will be placing this on the stove, so let me get that going while you get...
How about the honey?
Yep.
Do you need honey in there?
Yep.
Right now?
Yeah. As soon as I start getting this on the stove and getting the
Well, isn't it supposed to go in there before it boils? The honey?
It won't do that until I get this going. It doesn't boil up that fast here.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. You need the honey in there to help it. We are going to have an argument, I can tell it right now. But it says to put in brown sugar and honey until melted and bubbly. Okay, let me read this off. In your saucepan, heat the remaining butter, the brown sugar and honey until melted and bubbly. Boil for 1 minute. Then you stir in the cream and then nuts. Uh-oh, I got to get that out of there, Sue. Keep going, keep going. Okay, that's out. We've taken out the crust. Okay, I'm going to set that down here. Oh man, did I do a good job or not on that? All right. So in this in the saucepan Sue's doing, she's bringing that to a boil. Then she's going to boil it 1 minute, and then we're going to stir in a quarter cup of cream and also the nuts. Then when that's done, you ready for the...
Well, no. Do you want to time me off for 1 minute there?
Well, is it boiling?
Yep.
Okay. You're being timed.
Yep. I'm being timed.
Okay, and then we're going to do the quarter cup of cream's going to go in there in about 40 seconds. Oh, and then the nuts are going to go in as well. And that's 1 can of unsalted nuts, about 12 ounces of mixed nuts. Sounds like a trail mix or a party mix.
Okay, now.
Okay, we're still rolling here. We've got about 15 more seconds. Now you need the cream is going to go in.
Well, when I take it off, and I'll bring it over there to the table.
Oh, you're going to need the that grate.
Yep.
Okay, let's do this. Let's move this over here. Ouch. That's hot. Boy, I tell you. Mama. Hello.
Are we about?
Yeah, we're done. Bring her over. All right, here we go. We're going to have the nuts and the cream.
1 cream.
Quarter cup of cream.
Quarter cup of cream and 2
And
cups of unsalted mixed nuts. Now, because our stores didn't happen to have it, what I did is I took out the nuts and I rinsed them. I put them in a baking pan and stuck them in the oven. What I did is I dried them off. And then I stuck them on a baking pan sheet and stuck them in a hot oven and dried them out.
I took some of the extra oils off too, which I like, and it's really neat. Okay, here's the
now we're going to
crust.
place this over the crust.
Okay. And
what this is going to do is we're going to place this back in the
for
oven
about 20 minutes.
for another 20 minutes.
Or until bubbly, it says. Well, I'm always bubbly.
Okay, we'll spread this evenly out.
Oh man, does that looks good enough to eat.
Well, it will as soon as we,
Watch your hands, watch your hands. You don't have to.
get the nuts.
Here,
This is just a nice alternative when you've got a party
good.
tray of different types of cookies and bars that these nuts, it just looks nice. And then of course the way we're going to cut them. Okay, I think we got them
Okay.
positioned then.
Or until bubbly, it says. So we're going
Okay,
to
so
put it in and let
place
it
that-
bubble.
Place that back in our 350 degree oven for 20 more minutes.
Okay, and we'll be right back.
It's the annual Perham Pioneer Fest, Saturday, August 19th from 8 to 10 o'clock and Sunday, August 20th from 8 to 3 at Pioneer Village in Perham. Stop by both days for the Ladies Auxiliary Breakfast from 8 to 11. Antique Tractor Pull Saturday at 1. The Pat Fink Band on Saturday from 6 until 10. Bring your kids to the Kids Pedal Tractor Pull Sunday at noon. Tons of daily events and exhibits, food vendors, flea market, and so much more. Great fun for the whole family. Visit Perham Pioneer Fest on Facebook for more details.
Brought to you by Janky Sew & Back in Detroit Lakes.
Well, we have bars, and they were bubbling when I pulled them out.
Okay.
And it just happened that all the bubbling and the time just came out. Now you're going to pull this out. Now we're going to see why I guess we sprayed it and put aluminum foil in it.
Well, that's one of the reasons, is because it is almost like a candy, and because we wanted to take it out and be able to cut them.
Do you want a plate for those?
No?
We can put
Okay.
a couple on the plate. So really, basically, they're kind of candy bars. Do you like that? Boy, look at that. It came out in a nice sheet.
Yep. So everything.
Okay,
is,
now how many
these are gonna be-
does this serve roughly?
Well,
How many
the
bars?
recipe says about 5 dozen, but it depends on the size that you cut. So what we want to do is
Bite size, kind of?
well, about an inch or so, because this is 9 inches. So if we had 9 squares across, and then we angle it so that each one.
Well, you want them diamond. That's what
So-
they're supposed to be, like diamond shaped?
Yeah. So just cut straight down first, and then we'll angle.
Yes, dear, I can cut.
Okay.
Drive me nuts.
No, that's square, dear. Now, what you have to do is you have to angle, let's see.
If I'd have done that the way I wanted to, we'd have had diamonds, but you wanted them cut long.
No, well, if you want to,
I love this.
you can do squares.
Yeah, let's
That's up
do
to you.
squares.
But if you want to do some diamonds,
Let's do squares.
You
Those
can-
aren't going to be diamonds, they'll just be
Well,
angles.
this one is gonna, the first piece, of course, won't be.
None of them will be.
Really
You gotta cut on a bias on both of them.
Well, yeah, but
I know. I took geometry.
okay, how?
That's just a slanted bar.
No, it isn't. There's your diamond.
Anyway, they're diamond nut bars, however way you want to cut them. There you are, diamond nut bars. They have a taste a little bit like peanut brittle, and yet not. There's a kind of gives you a little peanut butter brittle taste,
Well, because
but
of the different one is going to probably be a little different because of the
Yeah.
nuts that you're
Yeah,
going to
the
have.
different nuts, different taste and everything. Well, Merry Christmas everybody from Sue and myself. So you have a blessed Christmas, and remember, Jesus is the reason for the season. God bless you, we love you, and this has been Diamond Nut Bars and Cooking with Sue and Doc 2.